Now, if you just want to survive in the market, let me say, if you want to see that what's going on in the market, and if you're going with, that language barrier, you will face certain kind of barriers, some hindrances. The reason is that in our education system, if we want 100% Urdu, still we cannot survive. Number one is that English, the best knowledge we have, very much, no doubt, we have in all languages, but in English, because we have the scholarly articles, very good books, all are in English. So why this course is named Communication Skills in English? And another thing is that once the book is being translated from English to Urdu, or Urdu to, let's say, any other regional language, it does not give you that effect, that essence, what the writer has actually observed in the first language and has written the book. You got the point? So the person who has written the book with that language has something. So these are basically the barriers then. These are you're not getting the original thought of the person. Because whoever is translating, there is a difference in translation and original book. So why we are here, that throughout we are doing masters in English, we are doing masters in history, we are doing masters in psychology, we are doing masters in business administration, whatever. Are the books in Urdu? Are we communicating in Urdu? Are we speaking all the time, all Urdu in the offices? Are we writing Urdu in the letters, business letters? Are we writing Urdu on the laptop all the time? Are we sending emails in, let's say, other regional languages only? No, because the survival right now, and in the past, even Sir Syed, when he asked that it's better to learn it. So we have a certain kind of, that thought that, yes, one thing I agree, that this thought that with English you have certain superiority complex, that you know English and you are, an English person. This ought to be avoided. Superiority in all aspects must be avoided. That's Allah also, does not like. So what is important is that we need to have the skill so that we can have good market strategies, so that we can have good, you can say, whenever you are for the job, let's say, for any entrepreneurship, for your own business, you need to communicate in English. And those who cannot, what happened? I have seen such businessmen. They are wonderful businessmen. They are earning money, but they don't know how to write an email. Who is doing? The staff. They don't know how to write a letter. They don't know how to write the application. They don't know when there is some kind of executive director is there, or someone to how to talk. Foreign delegation is there, because English is international language. When you're communicating with the foreign delegation, if you are a researcher, you might have observed there are there are so many people from abroad coming for the research and all that to Pakistan for tourism. One thing is that maximum cases we have English as bonding thing. Otherwise you can have gestures or something, you're all the time talking, or you have to explain something through some action. But English is something which, through which you can easily. So I have seen such people who are at the big seats, but when they have their, people hired for these things, they don't know what they're doing. So they take the advantage of that. Oh, we are handling the business letters of, boss ABC. We are handling the emails. Person B is handling the Twitter. Another is handling the LinkedIn. Another is handling the, you can say, any other, you can say link. Or is maybe sometimes it is very difficult for that person to understand how they are working, because you don't. Now basically English has become an official language, and that's why we need to understand how to communicate in English properly. So that was one of the reasons. The interesting thing is that we all study English, but we cannot speak in English, right? So that's a basic, it's just a simple part of it. It's not a spoken English course, let me tell you clearly. It's not a spoken English course. It's simply communication skills in English. For me, what is important? That you should at least speak. We will try to speak correct, but yes, not like the native ones, like we should have the Queen English, right? It is said that in Pakistan we follow British English. Why? We say that British English because the Queen English is the correct English. So that's why we follow the British accent and we don't follow the American one. And anyways, this British accent is also not a problem for you. There's no need, at least, that you have to have that accent. It's not about speaking only. Let me tell you this thing as well. When we talk about communication, communication is verbal, that is speaking. Non-verbal, whatever I'm doing right now, it's your body gestures, your face gestures and everything. Non-verbal. And then is visual. That's true, some may be posters. We are going to communicate what the poster is communicating. Maybe we have something outside, we will go and we are going to observe. We will be visiting some companies as well, as I told you. So some visuals, right? So visual communication is also part of the course. Then is the written communication. Even how to write an email. Even how to have the basic academic writing. Basic one, very. That you should at least be able to communicate your idea in this language. Urdu has its worth. Urdu is the national language. Urdu has all the importance. But, today is the day. Now in this world, we need to learn the other languages, because as many as you have the languages, you will understand, you have more exposure. You understand more cultures, you understand more religions, you understand more nations. Because language is the best way, it comes with the legacy. If any one of you who has studied English literature, right? So through that English literature, we can find some of their values in it, some of the parts, the culture. All right. So it's not about that we are not like that. Why they like that? This gives you that learning of the languages. This gives you that very, you can say, tolerance for the other nations. That very valuable thing, that their culture is quite valuable. That if I'm learning a Chinese language, I'm understanding the Chinese culture, I'm understanding the Chinese way of living, their food, everything. And then definitely their language will talk about their own legacy, whatever is at the back. So different languages when we speak, and the successful is the one who actually is able to speak properly in that language. Even in Urdu, I have seen that we cannot speak properly. Okay, we also commit so many mistakes. Alright, if it's gosht, we say goshat, okay, mulk, mulak, right? There are so many words we don't speak correctly. So there is no harm, there is no age of correction. Always we need to, we need to see that yes, this word can be corrected, and learn it. And learning goes, throughout the age.